So here's the story on a diminished chords. Here's an E diminished. We know that an E major 7 looks like this: 1, 5, major 7, 3. When you flat all three of those relative to its 1, you get an E diminished chord. Well, there's actually one more step, and that would be to take this flat 7 and double flat it. That would make it a 6, really. So you switch your index finger in the 7th fret and your middle finger in the 7th fret. Put your index finger in the 6th fret on the 6th note, and your middle finger back on the 1. That's a fully diminished chord, and they actually have symbols for these. E with a exponent and a slash through it, that's a half diminished chord. E with an exponent of 0 or O, that's a fully diminished chord. Don't ask me why, that's how they do it. But it really makes a big difference. This chord looks a little, this is the regular diminished chord is funny looking. This one is actually easier to play in my book, but the B flat 7 song we've been doing goes like this, and the second chord should really be a fully diminished E, so it sounds like this. So that first diminished chord is E fully diminished, then we hit the root for a double, and then a half diminished D. So we're going from fully diminished E to half diminished D. And it really, if you play the whole song through and you try it with each one, you'll see that the fully diminished E works better. There are other things coming where that fully diminished chord is essential. You can't do the trick without it. Here's a trick. Let's say we're starting in A7. We can go to a diminished chord, a 9 chord, a fully diminished chord, a C7 chord, shaped chord, and it sounds like this. It's a really cool trick. It just sizzles. Anyway, more on that.